Folks, we are just about 22 hours away from kickoff. Michigan, Ohio State, number 5, number 2, Ohio State, number 5, Michigan, but not in the order I originally said them. But I want to get a score prediction from you guys. I'm going to give you my score prediction later on in the show. I gave it to you yesterday on Thanksgiving. If you didn't see it, you can wait to watch this one. Go back and watch yesterday's show. Doesn't matter to me, but keep watching if you want to see it on today's show. So go down in the comments. Let me know your score prediction. Let me know which team you think is going to win. All right. We have got some things to talk about regarding this Michigan football program. There's a big story that's kind of hit a fever pitch over the last 48 hours or so around this program. Plus, I'm going to take a few more of your questions from our social mailbags from YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. But the top story I want to address today is Jim Harbaugh contract extension rumors. It has become a big topic. It kind of started about 2 weeks ago. After the Penn State win, and then, okay, Maryland, okay, now it's Ohio State. We get started to kick back up into gear. If you recall, Jim Harbaugh took a basically 50% pay cut, 5-year deal, 4-year extension, however you want to call it, given that his contract was going to be up after this 2021 season regardless. And there's some things that Jim Harbaugh can do to almost make back around the $8 million or so he was making prior to taking this contract that took a step back. But I think it's a great job coaching by Jim Harbaugh so far here in 2021. It's actually a pretty remarkable turnaround, going from a 2-4 team that probably would have got Ohio State, would have scored 100 on them had they played that game last year, to now a 10-1 team, top 5 in the college football playoff poll. You win this game against Ohio State, you win the Big Ten championship game, you're in the college football playoff, maybe even the 2 or 3 seed as such. But this seems very reactionary to me. Why do I say that? Number one, Jim Harbaugh is 11 games into being off the hot seat in a lot of ways, right? He went into the season on one of the hottest seats in college football, a very low buyout, in all intents and purposes, a $4 million buyout, one-year salary, which is very low in today's college football landscape. Some things I want to throw at you here, though. Why it seems reactionary. They put all these incentives in place. Why not let Jim Harbaugh hit him before this becomes a conversation piece? Michigan would pay Jim Harbaugh $1 million if they won the Big Ten championship or the national championship. I guess they're both $2 million there. $500,000 if they beat Ohio State and win the Big Ten East. So there's $2.5 million on the table there. And then $500,000 bonus if he wins the Big Ten. And I'm sorry, $1 million wins the Big Ten, and $500,000 each for the making the CFP and the Big Ten East. So $3 million out there on the table for Jim Harbaugh right now. And I'm hearing this rumors coming out of yesterday's Lions-Bears games. Harbaugh might be a candidate for the Bears, the team that drafted him. He played there for like 7-8 seasons, yada, yada, yada. Don't even say that. If you say it, you're an idiot. I've even seen some Michigan media members speculate Jim Harbaugh could be a candidate for the Bears. They've got a young quarterback, blah, blah, blah. Don't even want to hear it. Don't mention it. I think you're an idiot if you say anything about Harbaugh to the Chicago Bears. But I want to know from you guys, what are your thoughts on this topic? I think I'll start picking up either way after the Ohio State game. If they win, people will be saying, hey, Harbaugh, $10 million or $100 million contract, bigger than Mel Tucker. But let me know down in the comments, should Jim Harbaugh get a new contract? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. The betting lines continue to sway a little bit, point here, point there. It started off at 7, quickly went to 7.5, then it got up to 8.5 for this Michigan-Ohio State game. In the last 24, 36 hours or so, it's gone down to 8, and then now down to 7.5. All the money, folks, is coming in at Ohio State. I saw one stat that over 90% of the total dollars bet so far have come in on the Buckeyes and that 7.5, 8.5 point spread. But if you want to bet on this game, if you want to get going with the awesome deal that we have going on here at Chat Sports with our betting partner, BetUS, go to Jersey, email us jersey@chatsports.com. After you go in with BetUS, we'll show you the graphic coming up right here in a second. Chatsports.com/GoBlue. 125% deposit bonus when you use promo code GoBlue. So you got to use that link at the bottom of the screen, chatsports.com/GoBlue. It'll kind of track you to this promotion. Use promo code GoBlue with our sports partner BetUS. 125% deposit bonus. And then we can hook you up with a Michigan football Jordan brand jersey. So you get the 125% deposit bonus and the Michigan football Jordan jersey from us to you. So email jersey@chatsports.com to redeem. Just say, hey, I got going with BetUS. It ends Saturday, so it ends tomorrow. You've got to put at least $100 in and then make at least your first bet by the end of the day Saturday. So that is the word there on on that deal. So go going, chatsports.com/go blue, email jersey at chatsports to redeem and get your jersey. All right. I told you I'd have my score prediction. There it is beneath the screen. You see it, 42-34. Michigan's going to win. They're going to score 6 touchdowns in the day. Ohio State will have the chance at the end. I'm calling Daxton Hill interception. Ohio State's down 8. You think, oh, man, I know what's going to happen. They're going to score a touchdown. They're going to go for 2, get it. Michigan's going to lose. No, it's not going to happen. It won't go to overtime, anything like that. 42-34. Dax Hill seals it with an interception. But I'll ask you guys this. There's my score prediction. Predict your fanhood. Tell me about your fanhood down in the comments. If you want a Michigan win, folks, give me a Go Blue in the comments. I've deleted about 200 Go Bucks comments in videos in the last 3 or 4 days. Seen a ton of Go Blues, but I want even more of those than the Go Bucks because these Ohio State fans, they're haters, they're losers, but they are very persistent in the comments. All right, let's take a few questions from recent mailbags I haven't got to. Norman K says, it's actually a pretty funny Norman K. Isn't that from the movie Blow? Is the Norman K, is that the island or something like that? Will Michigan come out with a pass-first offense to start the game against Ohio State, which they seem to kind of do against Michigan State? Catch them off a little guard and don't just go back to the Harbaugh norm. I'll say this, be balanced, right? But you've got to establish the run. I don't think Michigan is going to fool Ohio State and all of a sudden drop 550 yards and 7 touchdown passes on them by any means. So establish the run, but be balanced. I thought the Michigan State game plan was actually a pretty good one. Penn State was a good one in spurts where Michigan's throwing on early downs. Michigan is showing their willingness to pass, willingness to be aggressive, but don't become pass happy because you're not going to beat Ohio State at their own game. So where are you guys watching from this one? This will be the second Michigan-Ohio State home game since 1995. I have not attended. So kind of a bummer, but let my sister and her family take the tickets, spending Thanksgiving with mine, yada, yada. But I want to know where you guys are watching from. I'll be couch/office watching the first half at home. The same formula that's led Michigan to a 10-1 record this year. First half at home, Twitter post-game, Twitter halftime show from my couch, and then head into the office, watch second half, do our post-game show. So give me an S if you're going to the game, a C if you are watching from the couch, or B, you're going to a bar to watch this game. Couch, I guess that's going to a friend's house. That's still a couch. You guys know what to do there, S, C, or B. Super fluid. I like this guy. I like the confidence, my man. I love it. The only question is if Michigan will play Iowa or Wisconsin in Indianapolis. So I think there's a little typo there. Nevertheless, will Michigan play Iowa or Wisconsin in Indy when they win this game? Very confident, super fluid. So here's what's going to play out. Wisconsin heads on the road to Minnesota. If they win that game, they win the Big Ten East West because they beat Iowa head-to-head. Now, if they lose, Iowa is heading to Nebraska. I think that game's actually today, right? It might be going on right now as far as I know. If Iowa wins that game and Wisconsin loses, then Iowa would have a better Big Ten record with only 2 conference losses. They would be in the conference championship. But all Wisconsin has to do is continue their winning streak. They've won 7 straight. They win their 8th straight against Minnesota, where I think they've actually won like 6 or 7 straight times on the road in Minneapolis. They will be your Big Ten West champs. Gavin Stevenson. Please play with massive confidence, fire determination, work harder than they ever could imagine, stick together, fight, and help each other. Look, I'll be very clear. When I think about some of the wins that Michigan had in the 90s and 80s against Ohio State, and even some ways the 70s, I know it seems like a long time ago, but a lot of those teams were just as good as these Ohio State ones. Ranked number 2, ranked number 3 in the country, undefeated 4 or 5 times where Michigan beat them, or ranked in the top 5 in that stretch, mostly under John Cooper, whatever it is. But those teams seem to go into those games with knowing their identity and having a lot of confidence, fiery determination. Hell, I want to see a fight. I want to see a fight before the game. I want to see a fight in the hallway, in the tunnel before it. I want to see a fight during warm-ups. I want to see a fight at the 50-yard line before the coin flip. After the first kickoff, just get in a fight. Punch somebody, kind of like with your elbow, so it's not necessarily seen as violence. You don't get kicked out of the game. Get a 15-yard penalty for a late hit on Coleridge Stroud in the first drive. It's all good. Make sure Ohio State doesn't think that they have a psychological advantage over you, like you're the little brother they beat 8 straight times. I like the thinking, Gavin. Let's go blue. Predict the score one more time down for me in the comments. Number 2, Ohio State. Traveling north to play Michigan, and which should be a pretty wild bake house. Wear maize. It's not a true maize out. They only do those once a year, but they have the maize pom-poms. Charles Woodson will be there. He'll be honored for his NFL Hall of Fame introduction. Pre-game, hope Woodson's going to talk to the team. They're keeping that very tight-lipped, but predict the score down in the comments. We'll be back here, folks. Win or lose. Win or win big. I'm not even saying win or lose. Win or win big. We'll be here tomorrow within 30 minutes after the game being over. It's the fastest post-game show in college football. Michigan football report after the Michigan-Ohio State game tomorrow. Till then, good luck. Go Blue.